Hello, it's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I want to talk about One Piece and how it handles race, gender, and like a bunch of stuff. Because I think One Piece actually it's ahead of its time in a lot of ways, because the way it talks about race, gender, and stuff like that, and gender identity even from like early on, like it's really impressive. Excuse me. I think Naruto also has bits of it, to be honest. But I think One Piece goes above and beyond when it comes to race and stuff like that. I think Naruto also has it again when it comes to race and stuff with the Uchiha clan and stuff like that. But I think One Piece really pushes the envelope, and it keeps that part of it throughout. So far I'm like chapter 600 and something, so I don't know if things change later down the line or whatever, but right now it is massive. If you look at like the Fishman island arc, and basically, we dealt with it already before, because initially we thought that the Fishmen thought humans were inferior when we met Arlong, and it's really interesting that that's kind of the approach they did. They gave you the reaction, right, which is Arlong. Arlong is the extreme reaction of what the humans do and did to the Fishmen, right? And so, if you like Nami and the rest of them, you like, man, these guys are the devil, these guys are evil, these guys are all that, and you see them as the scum of the earth, and you hate these people, right? And then the beautiful thing is later down the line, Nami, when they were in Arca, blah 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 blah, the slave arc, when they was in the slave arc, they saw how the humans actually be treating the fishmen, shooting them, fucking slaving them, all of that shit, and then they were like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? What is this shit? Like, so I think that's the kind of the beauty of it. You really see, like, everybody sees, like, oh shit, and everybody knows humans can be scums anyway, because pirates and bad pirates and people like that you meet throughout. But it's like, wow, like the racism is insane. Like the level, you thought Arlong was bad. Arlong gave these dudes some hope. Like, do this for me, I'm gonna keep you all alive. Give me some money, I'm gonna keep you all alive. The humans ain't give you no hope. Carry me like a horse. If you ain't fast enough, I'm shooting you. I'm selling you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the levels is crazy. They go kidnap mermaids and kidnap fishmen and kidnap all type of people and enslave them. And the government allows it. The government allows it and protects these scums, bro. These celestial scums. They're not celestial, they're celestial scum. And really, like, it really delves into that. And then in Fishman Island, when Nami is confronted with, with the truth about, when Nami is confronted by Jimbo, and Jimbo's trying to apologize for, like, him allowing Arlong out and freeing him after he became the leader of the, one of the seven warlords of the sea, Nami has a new perspective. You know what I'm saying? She was like, initially, I hated Arlong. I hated everything they did. But now I realize it's just revenge, and it's something caused by us humans. You know what I'm saying? And it's like and she's conflicted, because like, they killed my mom, they did all of this shit, but look what we do to them every fucking day. Look what we've been doing for them for hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? And how it's impacting them. And then Jimbo tells a story of basically how everything happened. You know what I'm saying? How they tried, bro. They really tried to like do it, as peacefully as they could. Type shit. They tried to Martin Luther way, and it just wasn't happening, bro. They killed the leader. Awful betrayal. Like, imagine the leader raised this girl that basically was a slave, freed her, brought her all the way back home, just to get fucking ambushed and murked by the naval, bro. You know what I'm saying? By the government, bro. And guess who he was betrayed by? He was betrayed by the little girl's parents, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's insane just how that type of shit goes. And then he died, and he was like, he refused to accept human blood. He was like, fuck these humans, bro. I hate these motherfuckers. I hate them, bro. I want to murder every one of these dudes. But we shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather die than take no blood in me. They are the fucking scum of the earth. I am not having it. I'm not having no blood touch me, bro. I'm not having no fucking DNA in me, bro. Fuck these people, bro. I was like, wow, bro. And still he's trying to preach, like, don't kill them, like, still be peaceful, like. But honestly, I can't contain this rage of mine. Like, I hate these motherfuckers. Like, I hate them. And I was like, whoa, this shit is beautiful, man. This shit artistic, bro. This shit is poetry in motion, bro. And I really thought that the way it was handled and how everything came around full circle and you got the full perspective was beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. Because initially I thought that the fishmen were representative of white people in real life and shit and slavery and all that shit. But it was actually the opposite, bro. And it was just beautifully, portrayed and executed. So, what I'm saying? So it's just something I really had to think about and was like, wow, like, what I'm saying? I'm not even finished Fishman's Island yet, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm planning to do like part two and a few different parts of it. Because there's a few other things, that I kind of skimmed past that I want to, excuse me, delve deeper in later down the line. But I really just thought that was, a really cute and smart way of approaching it and kind of showing the duality and the consequences of the actions of the humans and the dragons. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the queen of Fishman Island. Who is insisting on peace and stuff. But then when people find out what happened to the leader of the Sun Pirates, like, imagine he freed all the slaves and he was a slave himself. Like nobody even knew that he was a slave himself. He went on a long adventure and he fucked shit up because, he was also a slave and he was captured and he was branded. And then he decided when he freed everybody, let's all get this brand of the sun to cover our slave past and to free ourselves from the shackles that held us for many years. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's oh man, it's on some goddamn, like, it's just poetic. Well, I was really like impressed by just how, Oda really discussed that situation. I think One Piece is at its best when it's not a comedy, when it's not slapstick, when it is, raw and uncut and true and really delves deep into these topics, you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I think the thing holding back One Piece for me in its narrative is I think its tone lacks in consistency. You know what I'm saying? I think that's maybe why I think Attack on Titan, it might be the best anime of all time. For me personally, because I think its tone is consistent, man. Shit only get darker and darker. It's gritty. I love that shit, bro. I know people like comedy and stuff like that, and I love Marvel. I think Marvel, at its best, does it well. At its worst, it ruins the mood. And I think that sometimes One Piece ruins its own mood. Like, I felt like the whole, Sanji turning into stone and bleeding out because of nosebleeds, I think it took away from the depths of the story and the thing that was happening around and the whole Fishman Island arc. I really thought it weakened it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that happening, and Sanji has his normal reaction and his normal nosebleeds or whatever, I think you get a more consistent tone. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the only kind of complaint I'd have, really. Like, I had to skim past a lot of that shit because I'm not really here for the comedy. Like, I'm not a huge comedy fan as well, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. But I think tone, as somebody that studied, literature in university, I think tone is important and consistency in tone is important. And when you change the tone, the narrative of that whole, I won't say the whole chapter, but that whole maybe arc should be similar. But this arc is very deep and very meaningful and something very powerful. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit strange then that, like, it began that way. You know what I'm saying? Especially after the comeback that we have of the Straw Hat crew finally reuniting after 2 years apart. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted it to kind of stay deep. And one of the reasons I flew through One Piece so fast and rapidly was because I was waiting for it to get more serious, because I knew I'd prefer it when it was more serious. And that's why maybe the slave arc, I think, is the best arc so far, with a 10 out of 10. This arc cannot be a 10 out of 10 for me, just because of the start of it. I think that will hold it from being a 10 out of 10. But so far now, since we've learned about the Sun Pirates and we heard about Jinbei and all of them, I think the story has gotten a lot more strong, or the arc has gotten a lot stronger as we've gone on. And again, with the Queen trying to persuade everybody to let's do it peacefully and yada yada yada, and then people saying fuck that shit, like they killed one of our great leaders, like. And our great leader helped them, and he was like, he freed those slaves and brought one of those slaves back home to them, and they turned around and stabbed them in the back. Like, how fucking dare they? Like, we're not having this. Like, and she was teaching kids about history and trying to, prevent the future from repeating the same mistakes as the present. But you know, their parents were like, nah, man, this is the reality, like, and you just trying to cover it up, like, you're rich and you sitting in a pretty castle and shit. And I know we appreciate and love that you come through and try to mingle with us, but like at the end of the day, you're not living how we living. And then, you know, a celestial dragon lands up in this in the bay. It lands up in the place, and you know, because the ship crashed and got fucked up by some Neptunian monsters. And you know, everybody was gonna kill these celestials. Like, how long in the crew they were gonna kill this celestial, like, F these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because they killed our leader. Like, I'm not having this shit. Let's murk these guys. Like, and you know, how will the Navy know some shit if you ain't say nothing? You know what I'm saying? The Navy ain't gonna come through here and wreak havoc if you ain't know some shit. If you, none of you guys, if all of you guys say that you don't know what happened here, then we all good. And everybody said, you know what? I ain't seen nothing, bro. Do what you gotta do. I ain't seen nothing. And just when about to kill that celestial, which they should have, kill that celestial scum, which they should have. What happened was, you know what I'm saying, our boy, not our boy, the queen pulled up and got shot instead and protected the celestial. And that's kind of where, you know, people then kind of felt like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to harm our own queen for this shit. And she went ahead and healed him and tended to him and brought him back personally. And still the dude was ungrateful little shit, you know what I'm saying? And still trying to bring rage and all that shit. But you know, later down the line, she, you know, when she comes back, she came back with a paper, an important paper that, you know, would, I suppose, was meant to mend the chasm between the Fishman and the humans. You know what I'm saying? But I'll continue to talk about this in a later video. But it's something I really love about One Piece is the way it kind of handles this stuff. And I will talk more about it. There's still a bunch of more I want to talk about. But yeah, it's been your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.